What's up, guys? Welcome back. We took a little bit of a break. Um, Players were off for a week. Not really much going on. There was the memorial, though. We're gonna let Way get into that here in a little bit, but just to go over what we're gonna go over today. He's gonna talk about the memorial, and then we got a DGPT Plus tournament this weekend. Prodigy presents Waco, so we're super excited about that. We're gonna be going through the FPO, MPO, give you the rundown. We're gonna give you some picks. Just going to talk about a bunch of stuff. So I'll let you get into your little memorial story right now because it's pretty interesting. Hey,
It's not,
put us
it
on the
ain't
map.
bad. It ain't bad, dude. How about we start with the good old you know what? But hey, I was thinking, pop this little idea in my head. How about we call it the pill of the pod?
I like it.
Like that a lot better.
Yeah.
And it ain't a bad one today because we
Nope.
got
Pretty interesting.
Gan and Burr and the light is on it. But there's Bud on a
What's
first
that
run
disc?
BD3. You heard me, kid. End of a made. You bet. She's
What's that
stings,
disc
but
worth?
she'll never be bad because about 100
I'd say
on a
more than
good
that
day.
now that it's got Gannon Burr's signature on
Oh, 106 then.
it. Like
No
Brody
kidding, bro.
finished last week. Coming out hot.
Hey, apparently he's got his swagger back though, he said.
Yeah, because he
So
threw
we'll see
one
about
shot
that.
475.
But nah,
Wow. He's
dude.
still got a putt.
Speaking of the Memorial, kid, shout out Gannon Burr winning that, John. Saw that firsthand. Got him on vid for the tap in on 18 on the PSA disc golf Insta story. Make sure you follow that account. Shameless plug. But let's get to the real story. Frolic in the hills of the fountain, uh, in Fountain Hills, Arizona. On I believe it was Thursday. I started out there. Thursday and Friday we're out at the fountain, and Thursday I watched a good lead card. It was Gannon, Isaac, Paul, and AB, and some star power right there. At a course that me and my buddy Gabe, we just go run a few 18 holes. Obviously, there's a lot of history here. Obviously, the Memorial has always kind of been the start of the DGPT, and they've kind of moved on from that on to bigger and better things, respectively. Because I mean, surrounds on there on Terry Miller's YouTube, the disc golf guy, and you're not really impressed. You're impressed with the scores because they're so low, but you're not impressed with the course, and so that's why they've ultimately moved on from it. And but to keep things short and sweet, actually Jordan Castro, he was on the card in front, and I was kind of peeking his shots here and there, and obviously I know him, so I said what's up to him after, and I'd hit him up that night, letting him know, hey, if you ever need someone on the bag, I'm always here to help, and I got you, bro. I'll be out there anyways, and I'd love to help and be a part of it all, if any way I could. So got out there Friday for him. Um, I can't remember, the card all 3 days, but there was at least one top 15 world player on each card for the 3 days, and a lot of good other players around that, dude. You had guys like Jacob Curtis, obviously Cupcake. You had guys like Jake Brown, and a few others as well that were out there on the card. And just seeing everybody's game was really cool, and it kind of opened my eyes to how the pace of play is on the big leagues. And actually had two of the best rounds of my life at disc golf the few days after. Just being around it makes you better. And it's sometimes it's not enough standing on the sidelines, dude. You want to get in there and get on the action. And fortunately enough, I know Jordan Castro. He's my boy out here. And he allowed me to be on his bag. And so I was just helping him out those few days and got some really cool experience in doing so. And I thank him a lot for that. And just awesome time. And it wasn't really um, too much of a hard fought battle other than between a few guys at the top, that being Gannon, Gossage, and AB. And going into the final round, they were a few strokes, apart from each other. I think, man, did Gossage have Gannon by 6 strokes? I think, and then
Yeah, I think
Gannon
so.
had AB by 6 as well. It was like 26 down, 30 down, or 26, 32, and 38, or something silly. And Goss didn't play the best round. I think he shot somewhere around even, if I remember correctly, without looking at it. But ultimately, Gannon took it down. He played a really good round. It was really windy out there in the final round. I was out there caddying, of course, and actually caught the last, I believe, 4 or 5 holes of their stretch. So that was really cool and just a good experience. And I think that's really all we need to talk about the Memorial. Finishing out
Should
there at Vista.
should we just sit here and stare at each other for 49 seconds and wait for Cupcake to putt, or
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna get on a timer. Hold on. Yeah, good call. We talked about doing this.
and then you can
We're just
explain
gonna
how,
see.
and then no,
Yeah.
you can explain like you were there, like he was on
For
Jordan
two round
hard. Yeah, like you
twice.
experienced it firsthand.
Yeah. And
Like you
just
could
some
you
insight on that too.
I was gonna
I
say,
you know,
could you
I
notice how like egregious it was?
so the first day at the fountain, Friday, great point adding this, by the way. I did want to talk about this. So on Friday, uh, you know, Jordan Castro was on the watch all freaking day, man. And he would whisper, 48, 49, he 36 this time, or not 40, 46 or 44. We're like, all right, he's getting better. And then he got down to 38 once, and that was his best putt time, 38 seconds. And then I think he randomly did like a 28er, and we were like, hey, Cupcake, you finally got under time, kid. You should have 8 more strokes on your card right now. And Jordan Castro, he said something to him on Friday, but I didn't quite hear it. But on Saturday, probably my most favorite person that I was walking alongside, other than my boy Castro, the whole time was Paul Ulibarri. Very talkative, very expressive about his emotions and about his opinions and feelings. And we were hitting that hole where you got to throw uphill. I believe it is hole 12 because it's the last hole on the other side of Vista. And we were going hole 12. It's a really long hole uphill, and most people are throwing drivers up to the basket. And before we start teeing off, Paul's like, "Hey, dude, Cupcake, 48 seconds on that last putt." And Cupcake's like, "Sorry, man, I just can't get myself to let it go. Can't get myself to get it out of my hand." And Paul says, "Hey, dude, I'm not feeling good about the putt either. I don't want to let it go, but we all have to. Like, it does nobody any good to sit around all day jacking it off." Like, he didn't say that, but that's my interpretation of what he's doing. Because the coaches in football would always
Yeah,
say to us quarterbacks, "Quit jacking the football off. Get it off. Check it down, throw it away, or do something not stupid with it." And he's sitting there doing that. So yeah, Saturday we ended up calling him out for it, and they had that discussion. And we'll see if anything comes out of it. I don't think that anything will come out of it. I think he'll continue to take his time. Which, guys, you can take your time. You can take 30 seconds, half a minute. It's when you put your mini down. So if you want
yeah,
to take a second to address the wind before you put your mini down, I think you're able to take 5-10 seconds. Just kind of feel around in your bag. You're not stroked for feeling around your bag, seeing which putter you want to use. You could act like you are. You know what I mean? Feel what the wind's doing, take a breath, then put your mini down, and don't take any more than 30 seconds, please. It ain't hard.
yeah.
But
One of the interesting things that I got from that situation, just from watching it on YouTube, obviously I wasn't there, but Terry Miller had Gossage like on the commentary with him, and Gossage was talking about it. Like they talked about it for like the first 5 holes of, I forget what round it was. It might have been the first round or the second round. I can't remember, but
second round at the Fountain, Gossage
yeah.
commentated for.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So, but Gossage was like, the rule in like the PDGA is 30 seconds, and then if you exceed it, you like the card mates can like warn the guy or whatever, and then after that, anytime it happens, it's a 1 stroke penalty. But Gossage was like, the thing is, like, I don't really care to worry about that. Like, yeah, it does
Yeah.
affect me, and yeah, it can be annoying at times, but like also like I try not to let it affect me. Like I just let him do him and me do me. But like I don't know if I could do that, bro. Like if I was putting after him and I
But
had
then,
like,
hey, Gossage said he felt like he had to rush sometimes because of
yeah, just to make
Cupcakes
up the time, yeah.
to make up time to keep up with the card and
Yeah.
to keep the flow of pace, right? Is that what they call it?
Yeah,
And yet
the
you
pace
got
of
to do
play.
that in golf, and it's not expected of in disc golf enough. And that's my issue. People see that on the pro tour and
I
they
think it's
take it
okay.
to the public courses where people like us play with pace. We want to get in a rhythm. We want to play disc golf. Perfect example, bro. I was out there at Conecuto Park last night, Phoenix, Arizona, and there was a threesome in front of me, and it was getting pretty dark, which anybody's going to play pretty quick when it's getting dark. But they were a threesome, dude. And I was like, throwing a couple shots, but I was keeping up with them. And I literally verbally told them, hey, I just want to say I appreciate you guys for actually trying to keep the flow of the game of disc golf and not sit there and do stupid shit and walk slow. Like they were walking with great pace. They were assessing their shot quickly, and they were playing good doing it. Like I saw a lot of pars. I saw on a lot of hard holes. So it's just it ain't hard, man. And
Yeah.
people need to know that. Learn the sport, as Biddy's pops would say.
Yeah. I mean, that's just one of the
Matthew.
big that's just one of the big things for me is like not just pace of play, but like I like to get into a rhythm on the course. Like
Uh-huh.
especially at Fountain Hills, like obviously we have to talk about it. AB shot 17 down in the second round. Like he
Throwing
was in a
hyzers the whole
rhythm.
day.
Yeah, like he was in a rhythm. Like you get into a rhythm and you keep throwing the same shot and then having the same putt. Like you get in a rhythm and that's how you go 17 down. I mean, obviously Fountain Hills isn't an extremely tough course, but like I mean, you still got to make 17 birdies. I mean, that's pretty nuts.
I hear it, kid.
But um just one more thing on the whole cupcakes situation. He's playing in the tournament this weekend, and it's a DGPT tournament, and there's gonna be live coverage.
And
I
there's
mean,
going to
he's
be
not gonna be on it, but
Mhm.
you're gonna have to keep up the pace of play. So I'm curious to see if he gets warned and if they start stroking him. Because if they start stroking him, it's not gonna be good for him.
If they start stroking them, it's not going to be good for anybody.
No.
Literally.
And then this is the last thing I'm gonna say about the situation. I I I almost kind of feel bad for him because like it's pretty well known now that he's like I just can't putt, like I just can't get myself to do it. Like I mean that sucks. Like I've stood over putts before and I'm like I like just bad thoughts. Like I'm not gonna make this. I'm not gonna get anywhere close, and like I just don't want to let it go. But like I'm just
I
like
think that all too
obviously I'm not a
often.
I'm
Mhm.
obviously I'm not a pro, and like it really doesn't matter where I'm just playing by myself. But like
Yeah.
just putt it, dude. I don't. I mean, I feel bad for him. I mean,
I mean,
technically,
they're, they're
he's got the yips. He's got him bad.
respectively. Yeah. He's got him bad. He's got the yips. But like he's such a
He's a
cool
good
guy.
putter, though.
But he's like a cool ass guy. Like you should
I
think
know.
he has all the confidence in the world, bro. I don't even think I told you this, but we were the first round at Vista on Saturday. Uh, we were walking to a hole, it might have been hole 13, okay? And there was obviously a bunch of people um, watching, AB's card. AB's the local favorite. There's hundreds of people. And so Castro, I think it was Castro, he said something about, yeah, it's the AB show. And I heard a Cupcake mumble like, yeah, the AB and Cupcake show. Like what?
He
Like
seems like. I mean, he
no
seems like a
one's
funny
really there to
dude.
see you. He's a funny guy. He's super funny. But just saying that. But hey, dude, I got to give the kid respect. He almost rung up the hardest hole. Some say on like the pro tour, bro, to like birdie. Like it's not
Yeah, because of
like
that big tree
you
in front
have
of the
to hit a
basket.
perfect flex shot.
Yeah.
No one, AB cannot get there on hyzer. Like I've seen him try it. He can't get there. It's you have to have like the perfect win, like pushing hard right to left tail. Like you'd have to have the perfect win. But dude, he hit
And
a
he
flex
crashed
line,
basket.
flex line into the wind, dude. Trust his most overstable disc on 45-degree anhyzer. And in the video, if you guys go watch that, I don't think any like major disc golf pro tour account posted it or anything, but Cupcake actually posted it. And um Cupcake Discs on Instagram or Cupcake Disc on Instagram. And dude, I go halfway through the flight, I'm going, uh-oh, Cupcake, you're gonna like that, kid. And it goes bing, like basses the band, I think it was. I couldn't even tell it was coming in so
Yeah,
fast,
I
dude.
think
And
it was the
the
band.
spotter was in the way too. He was like
I
right in
know
the
he was,
way.
but like you don't expect that to happen.
Oh,
So
dude.
it's like
And
not the spotter's fault, but he kind of did
it's like
ruin that. He
green
kind of did
flag,
ruin the video. Yeah.
green flag, I guess.
Like, hey, we know
It
it's a
was
green
so
flag. He
cool, bro.
almost made it.
And Cupcake turns around like this and he starts dapping everybody up and he goes, "Did that go in?" He didn't see it, bro. He goes, "Did that go in?" They're
Did you
like,
say
"No, bro."
no?
Yeah, everybody was like, "No, dude. You didn't hear a bash cage or band?"
Yeah, like chains and band are two completely different sounds.
Oh, by the way, Eclipse 2.0 resistor ace way the other day.
That's right. That's right.
First
What
forehand
what
banger of the century.
what number ace is that for you now? Like seven,
Six.
6?
Yeah, in a year
I'm
and a
still
half.
hunting for number 2.
That's pretty good. Yeah, but dude, I play like 2, 3 times a week at this point. It's bound.
I
And
know,
I'm
but it's
throwing,
like
hey, that was first shot, but I'm usually throwing 2 to 3 off the tee if I'm just out there for 18. But
yeah, I know.
yeah. Anyways, how about we talk about Prodigy presents the Waco
Yep.
in
Well,
Waco, Texas, not Austin, Texas, like I thought last time, like an idiot, because there's literally a Waco, Texas.
yeah,
But we won't
but
speak on that much.
no, we won't speak on that. But yeah,
Uh-uh.
it's time to jump into the tourney that we have at hand. Prodigy
Yeah.
presents Waco, like you said, and this is what I was talking to you about earlier. Do you know the little play on words that is going on in the title of the tournament?
Well,
Do you know why Waco is all capitalized?
yeah.
It
It's
stands for something.
Waco
What's it stand
Annual
for?
Charity Open.
Yeah, how cool is that?
I ain't an idiot.
I know, but it's the Waco Annual Charity Open, and it spells Waco.
Oh, it's just Prodigy presents Waco. I thought it was Prodigy presents the Waco because I knew it was capitalized and meant something. Okay.
Yeah,
So I got
but
that now.
that's
Okay. So they're
but that's
playing
why it's
round one at the Brazos Park, round two at Lake Waco, and then they're doing it all over again. Round three at
yep.
Brazos, round four at Lake Waco. And we're gonna get it out there now. Lake Waco, the superior of the two courses. Tell them why. Tell them why that is. Actually, I'll say something about it first. And I'm gonna. This is all I'm gonna say about it because Brody and Ezra brought up a good point on their YouTube channel, playing that course specifically, and Lake Waco that is. And
Hmm.
just there's a lot of par fours and a lot of par fives, which calls for a lot of scoring separation, which is what courses need and is what courses out here lack tremendously. And I'm so sick of it. Like there's so much money in this like valley area for them to just be putting out the most mediocre disc golf courses in the country. Like some of them are so poorly rated, like minus Vista and Fountain. Like, yeah, you'll get a few par fours out there, but you're gonna lose half your discs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like, there's 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 something to be said about that. But I like courses exactly like Waco, and you got the landing zones, you got the random, not random, like they're strategically placed are the golf greens because it's actually on a golf course. I know you know that, but some people might
Yep.
not know that. And that's why to me it looks like a little rough around the edges. Like obviously the grass has grown up a bit. There's a lot of, sticks and branches and bushes and trees. But I think I'm really hoping they kind of distinguish the out of bounds in the tournament during the tournament time just for the viewers sake, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you want to see the tee shot and you want to see at least a flag. Right now they just got the white painted lines, and so obviously the players know where the landing zones are, and you can obviously look at the caddy book and see the course layouts. But I just like that idea, and I like that someone's speaking up about that, and kind of pushing for more courses like that in the country. Because if we can get a lot more courses where you can go out there and play golf, and they're starting to put in a lot more by you, and they're not starting to put in any more by me. And so
Yeah,
I
I
need
got
you.
something to say about that, but I'll let
What's
you
up?
finish.
I think I'm good, bro. I think I just like that course a lot. And obviously, Brazos is a very well known course. But there's a lot of short holes, very technical. There's a lot of, you know, almost like really short par fours to where you're throwing midi putter or you're throwing like even midi
Yeah.
fairway. Like there's just landing zones and tight corners and whatnot. And that's fun to watch and that's fun to play actually.
Yeah.
But you know, just talking about comparison of the two, I like Lake Waco a lot better, and I think we're going to see a lot more scoring comparisons out there. So, or you know, contrary to that. So, what do you got to say?
Yeah. Before I get to what I was gonna say, I got
Don't forget it.
the distances pulled up for the beast. Um the first hole 291, and then third hole 320, and then 5 and 6 are 264, 267, eight's 213, 11's 279, 14's 303. I mean, there's just a lot of short holes. Like this is the Pro Tour. Like
Yeah,
you would like to see um a little bit more difficulty. Now, some of the shots
but
some of the shots are difficult. You still have to execute, but it's kind of like I wouldn't say it's almost like Fountain Hills because like Fountain Hills is like wide open. Like
mm,
Brazos isn't really like that, but could we see down the road in the next couple of years them going away from Brazos and just playing a full entire tournament at Lake Waco? Because that's what Ezra said in his video. I mean, he kind of said it jokingly,
mm,
but he was like, "Why don't we just play 3 rounds at Lake Waco? That would be a pretty sweet tournament."
yeah,
But I
right. Because
guess
it's
I
two
guess
and
some of the
two. You
other
know,
I guess some of the other pros don't really like Lake Waco. That's what him and Brody were talking about. He said that they got a
yeah.
bunch of negative reviews before they played. But I mean, watching the video, I thought it was a pretty nice course. Like,
It's just there's a lot of cool, unique hole designs that you don't normally see, and like they said, like there's certain things that you just can't avoid and you can't get through,
yeah,
and there's OB really tight to baskets, you know, 15 feet away, and I, I like that a lot actually. I think we need to start seeing better upshots more than better putts, if that makes sense. And
yeah,
I want to see people parking the pill. I want to see slicings around the course. Yeah, the big putts are cool, but you know, you see a lot of the guys who are just unstoppable at putting, just shred every course in every tournament, and you know, putt for dough. But other than that, I think the I think the beast might get avoided in the near future.
yeah. Well, I mean, it just goes back to like, I don't know if you saw this video on the Pro Tour's Instagram, or maybe it was DGN's Instagram, but they were showing highlights of Paul Macbeth's perfect round at Brazos like 5 years ago. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he had a perfect round, dude.
18 beans. He had a par and
Like,
an eagle, so it was like perfect. They called it.
yeah, I mean, perfect
Yeah.
18, but
Oh
not
yeah.
perfect. But I
Yeah.
mean, still, like, uh, who's to say somebody's not going to do that this year? Because like the pros now are like, there's a lot of them that could do that. Now, granted, you still have to execute like Macbeth. I mean, he made a lot of nice putts too. But I mean, it
I'm
wouldn't
thinking
surprise me if somebody
Bonanza could
did it.
go 18.
Uh, over.
Ooh,
No, I'm just kidding. I like him.
squirrel.
I mean, he's not going to be competing for the win or top 40,
And
but I mean,
he knows that,
he's
bro.
he's good.
I'm just chirping him. That's all. Cause he's
I know,
YouTube guy. I'm just chirping his ass because he
but
needs it.
but to get back to what I was going to
He's playing with
say,
Simon Twinge.
I know that's gonna be a cool little experience for the guy.
Yeah, they've already
But
played though
oh really? Oh yeah, they did a
together.
video together, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um,
So whatever.
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, to get back to what I was gonna say before we move on to the picks part. Um, Lake Waco kind of reminds me of the new course that just opened up by me, um, Beach City Dam. It's very long. The pars, there's like 7 par 4s and 2 par 5s, so it's like it's long. You got to be able to throw pretty good distance consistently, but there's a lot of like low ceiling shots off the tee, kind of like Lake Waco, and you got to place your discs in the right spot to make birdie. And I played the white tees for the first time yesterday, and I went astronomically low. I shot 10 down, and I have the course record now. So if anybody wants to come try to take that from me, you
Yeah,
can.
by
But if
two
you do,
strokes.
yeah, by 2 strokes. It wasn't even a sweat. I
Wasn't
birdied the
even
last
close.
6. Didn't even get my putter out of my bag.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you want to come challenge that record, if you're in the area and you want to try to go challenge Beach City Dam, if you do beat my record, just know as soon as I see that, I'm going back and it's going to be mine again because I'm going to have the record for the rest of time.
As long as you live there.
Yeah. No,
So the
even if
rest
I
of the
don't
time.
live, even if I don't live around here, as soon as I see on UDisc somebody beat my score, I'm flying in and I'm beating the
uh,
course record again.
I hear you. Yeah, you
So
have to
that's just how that goes.
because you were probably one of the first people to actually touch soil there.
Uh,
Like
there's been,
with baskets in ground.
yeah, I mean, it opened up in like November, December last year, but I mean, you
And
really can't
playing
plan.
well.
Like a lot of people really aren't playing in the wintertime. Like there's still
If they are,
not,
they ain't going low.
no, there's still not like tee pad signs and stuff.
Yeah.
There's tee pads and baskets, and like you can find yourself getting lost at times just because there's no tee pad signs. But I mean, if you're using the UDisc app, it literally tells you where the tee pad is. You just keep walking until you find it. Um,
Cool.
but yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. I have the course record, and not many of
And
you can say that. So
all I'm gonna say about it is I'll see you in April
yeah, so
for a round at the Whites at the
we might
Beach City Dam.
we
I'm
might
coming
do.
for the record, kid.
You can try, but just know I'm beating you, so
Filmings,
you ain't getting a record.
filmings.
Yeah, all right.
Let's
Well,
do the
let's get into the
picks.
picks.
Yep.
Good call.
So you won last week. You get to pick division and player first.
Yeah, I gotta pull up the
Reminder: MPO means mixed professional open,
correct.
not male professional open. And I guess that's probably all we need to say on that as well,
Yes, correct.
because
So,
people will catch our drift. No streamline.
all right, now we get into the real fun part of the pod. We're gonna go with the PSA Pick'em round two.
Yeah,
Explain how the pickings is gonna work tonight, buddy.
sure, buddy. So since you won last week by a score of 6 points to 4, and once again, we'll explain the point system for those who missed it last week or 2 weeks ago, actually. But so it's 1 point if the player you pick finishes top 10. It is 3 points if your player you pick finishes on podium, so top three. And you get 5 points if the player you pick wins. And Biddy and I will both have 3 picks from FPO and 3 picks from MPO. So you won last week.
So I get to pick the
And
division.
if I were you, there'd be one option.
Well,
One.
I'm gonna play the strategy game here. And so if I pick the division, then I get to pick first too?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna start with the MPO, bud. Little strategy game I'm gonna play here. Because I know who you're gonna pick for FPO.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Because I don't want to. I don't want to pick Tatar. I'm playing mind games with you, buddy.
What
I'm
are
trying to
you
win.
talking about?
I'm trying to win. You'll see.
So then why wouldn't you pick the winner?
She's not gonna win.
Who is Natalie Ryan?
No. She's
No.
never gonna win.
Okay.
Not as long as I'm here. I won't allow it. I'll
Okay, well,
protest.
go ahead. I guess. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So MPO, um, I'm going to go with my first pick. Idiot cupcake. Just kidding. Um, I'm gonna go with somebody that I think has got a little bit of confidence to their game right now. Aaron Gossage.
Him and his buddies said he's found his stroke on the putting green.
I know. That's why
At
I've been
least
watching
well
him a
enough to
lot.
compete. At least well enough for him to compete with his arm
Yep.
talent, because
Yep.
he threw. It was no doubt Aaron Gossage at the Memorial threw the most best shots on his card in the tournament. He was he was twippling them around that course like it was his job, and obviously it quite literally was. He just couldn't quite get the putt down on the final day, and that's been an issue for him and AB. And we'll see how they can pick it up this year. Obviously, AB won, and obviously Gossage had the lead for most of the tournament, but Gannonburg ultimately came out. So you're picking Bud.
Yep.
So
Who you
guess who
got?
I'm picking? Super sleeper pick, and I'm not so sure I
Well, if
should
you
be
think he's a
picking.
super sleeper pick, maybe you shouldn't pick him first.
That's what I'm saying.
But am I going to be on the same wavelength and steal
Because
him?
it's not a super sleeper pick in reality. It's
See, this is
there
where the
could be
strategy
there
comes into
could be
play.
special things coming from one or two of these players that I have in mind.
I
And
know
you
that's
might
the strategy.
I have a very odd feeling that one of them is at least one of my two that you're thinking of, that you're liking. So I'm gonna shut up and pick. Give me the proctologist.
Okay.
Give me James Procky. I think one thing you have to really look out for with the players this week is who does well in the woods, because ultimately the beast is a wooded course. There's
Yeah,
very tight lines, very short
there's a stretch
holes.
of very technical wooded holes.
Yes, a big stretch. So I think that him out there and him at, you know, Lake Waco with just the placement shots, I think he's got
He's
it all. He's got a lot of
surgical.
confidence and he's surgical. That's what I'm saying. I think he's gonna do well. I think I'm gonna at least get a point off him. Like I'm pretty much locking it in for a point, top 10 for him. Like I don't want to speak too soon, but
Ooh.
at least
Okay.
I'm feeling good about the Brock.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
talk to me.
So for my second pick,
Mhm.
I am banking on this guy freaking pulling his head out of his arse.
I know it. I know who it is.
I'm going with Heimberg, dude. He can't have two
Oh,
bad tournaments in a row. He
okay.
just can't.
Now it gets interesting.
He's too good of a player to have two bad tournaments in a row. And at Lake Waco, he can absolutely launch Pill. So,
Yeah, he could probably put himself in really good positions to score well if he starts dicing up that pill, because there's a lot of shots where you need to go low, hard,
and
fast,
he
and
can throw
far,
laser beams.
better than anybody, and everybody knows that.
And listen
And
to this,
that's a solid pick.
the final round is at Lake Waco.
Mhm.
So he's going to be able to catch people if he's a little bit behind.
And I think he'll be able to catch people a little better there than he would at the Beast, and we spoke on that
Yep.
earlier. So
Yep.
you're picking Heim twins. We're looking good so far. Give me one of the Robinson brothers, and I will specify that here in a second.
Do you know which one it is?
Give me Ezra.
I like it.
You know why it's
Hey,
not Isaac?
he's solid. He's
It was one of
solid.
those two. He's a solid all around player. That's why I like him in this. You need everything out at these courses. You need it all. You do. You have to be good
He's
on the
got,
putting green because you can't trickle behind the basket. It's OB. You miss a
yeah,
putt by 15 or more feet. It's OB. So I like him for that. And I hate to tell you, I watched a lot of Isaac Robinson this week, even though he made, lead card and chase card a lot. He ended up on the third card for the finals with old Castro and I, and he was out of it, man. I'm sure he was disinterested in the tournament. That's why he wasn't, but I wasn't seeing Isaac Robinson, dude. I wasn't seeing it. I didn't see
yeah,
a world champion out at Vista and Fountain Hills like I was hoping to see, like everybody, came out and was
yeah.
hoping to see. So I don't think it's his week. I think he will have a few weeks during the year. Don't get that twisted. That kid's gonna get hot if he picks up one here soon. But yeah, I'm liking Ezra. I think I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah. I like that pick because I mean, he's got good distance too.
Yeah,
So
big old cat.
that's a solid pick.
Yeah,
For my third pick, I think that you might not be a little like, what is he doing with this pick? But
I hear you.
it's somebody that's not really talked about too much on the Pro Tour. He won last year. Give me Adam Hammis
Yeah, love that pick, kid. Hey,
because hey, He's
She's front. Hey, she's front and center for a reason. This zone, buddy. I like
yeah,
me a good Hamas. I actually met the cat out there playing with Paul and AB out at
yep.
Vista on a random day in the morning, and there was no one on the course. I go, Gabe, Gabe, that's Paul Macbeth. And he goes,
Yeah.
who? What? He goes, who? Because dude, it was his first round. It was his first or second round ever playing disc golf, and he sees
How
Paul
crazy is
Macbeth.
that?
Dude, how insane is that?
That's
And I
yeah.
go, take a picture and ask questions later. I told him that, and he goes, okay. And so I go, Paul,
Hey,
AB, and
that's the
Adam, what's
goat.
up, buds? Let's get a pick. So that was sweet. Good pick there,
That is
kid. You got,
crazy.
got anything else you want to say about that? He's got a great all around game as well.
I mean,
Backhand,
he's just got a
forehand.
great
There's
all-around game.
there's
Um,
options.
I mean, I think that he can be a little inconsistent at times, but I think he plays very well at the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of banking on him shooting well in the first round and kind of being up at the top and then just kind of sticking around.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I mean, I think he's just going to shoot a really hot round first round. I think he's going to put himself in the top 10 and I think he's just going to stay there. So maybe I'll get a point out of him, maybe I'll get 3 for a podium, I don't know.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Who's your 3?
Well, I'm looking here, and I don't think Simon played at Waco last year,
No, I don't think he did.
from what I'm seeing. And I was gonna go with him based off what I'm seeing. I want to go him so bad, but like I said, I just don't know if it's his time yet, dude. Like
He
it's
kind of
hard to
starts
say.
turning it on towards the middle of the year and the back end of the
Middle,
year.
middle, a lot, and the stats show that. So I'm gonna pass on him once more. I know you took him last week and we're a little disappointed.
I mean, he finished 17th,
So
so he wasn't too far off the top 10,
yeah, and
but
again,
also this
Gannon and AB are hot.
I'm not trying to sway your decision, but there's some Simon lines out on both of these courses that only he could throw.
And I tweeted about him 2 or 3 times in the last week alone. I'm making my decision. Give me the Wysoxter once again, dude.
I like your pick. He's playing solid right now.
If anybody's got a good all around game, it's him. So don't got nothing more to say on that. Give me Ricky again, because you'd be a fool not to.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
just a
right, now you get the
competitive son of a gun, man.
he really is.
Yeah,
Maybe them raptor legs make another appearance.
yeah.
So switching it over to the FPO now. Who you want to take with your first pick?
Give me Tatter baby.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm just kidding. Let me say her name correctly. Christine Tatar.
That was pretty good.
So
Um
give me her. What do we?
anything you want to say other than
Yeah,
she's the best female disc golfer on planet Earth right now?
yeah. Her agent or rep or manager or whatever you want to call it. He posted she's got about 10 different sponsorships from outside companies now. So I think she's got the world by the balls, and or by the discs, I should say. Dude, I just think any tournament she's in, she's probably about 90% gonna win it. Like, she'll lose every 1 out of 10. Like, I don't know what the true stats are, but last year kind of proved that it's gonna be
I mean,
hard to beat her out anywhere.
she's definitely gonna finish top 3, you would assume.
Yeah, so I'm not guaranteed 3 points, but I'm certainly very
Pretty
hopeful.
much.
Yes.
Um, hmm.
You're good at FPO though, kid. That's why I think you give that one to me. I think you're picking some heaters here.
It's not that I'm giving it to you. It's just like it's her first tournament. Like, yeah, she's still really good, and she's been playing in the off season. It's not like she hasn't played at all. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like she's not gonna win. So maybe I want to pick the person that is gonna win.
Yeah.
Like I think she's gonna get top 3, but I don't know if she's gonna win. So
Okay.
with that being said,
Right.
who do I think's gonna win? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I kind of just screwed the pooch a little bit, not taking her, but I'm gonna go with this is this is this is my this is my pick for the FPO, and I'm gonna stick with it as much as possible, dude. Give me
What is your
Holland
favorite?
Handley. Give me Holland Handley, dude. She's just solid. She's from
Super solid
Texas
out
too,
there.
I believe, right? That's where she lives. That's where she
She
just built her own course in the off season, so she knows the air of
hmm
Texas. Give me Holland Haley, dude. I think she's gonna play good again.
Good pick there, kid. She played very cleanly out at the Florida tournament. So something to look out for sure. I think with my number two pick, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Missy Gannon, dude.
If you didn't pick her right there, I was going to,
She's cold. She's getting
because
cold
she's
on
playing
us,
really good.
as in a good way. In a good way.
Yeah,
For all the people who don't know that terminology, she a cold sucker, and she's flowing right now. I think that's the easiest way to put it. I think that she just is playing good disc golf, and she's kind of just gets a little better each year. You know what I mean? She's always hanging around. She's always in your ear, buzzing like a skeeter out there on a hot, sticky night. So,
sure.
so
Okay.
I'm keeping it in because it's true, bro.
Yeah, it's
It's
funny.
100% true. So yeah, dude, give me Missy Gannon. I used to have the MG whale sack, but I lost it.
Ouch. Um, I don't know. The FPO is so hard to pick without picking the same people every week, because I mean, there's just not as many
Sorta,
people
yeah,
to pick from. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
there's like a select few people that are like really good in the FPO, and then like it's just like kind of a crapshoot.
And then you,
Who's gonna shoot
dude.
30 over this week?
I was gonna say you pick you pick one person and they go plus 18 in the first round, and you're like, well,
Yeah,
there
like
goes
like you
that
pick
point.
like you picked Madison Walker last week, right?
Yeah,
And like I was like, oh,
awful.
that's a solid pick. And she finished like plus 19, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
so that'll probably be unless she gets super hot, like in the next few months. I'm not picking her ever again, even though
yeah,
she's a
so it's just like, are you
pill
gonna pick
slinging son
somebody
of a
like
gun
that? Like,
MVP,
no, I'm gonna
dude.
pick somebody that I know can play good, bro. Like,
So go ahead, pick somebody you know who can play good. Talk to me. You got 10 seconds.
uh,
I'm just kidding.
can I have 49 like cupcake?
We were gonna do that bit, but we just went on a bit instead.
Yeah, it would,
Another bit
but like, do you really just
with
want to
bit.
say? Do you just want to sit here and stare at each other for 49 seconds? Because I don't.
No, but I have my third pick, and
I'm gonna
hoping you
steal it
don't
right
choose
now.
her. Yeah,
Uh,
think you might.
I'm gonna go Hannah Blomrose.
No! How is that possible? No way. And
Sorry.
hey,
Hey, you want to? Hey,
Evelina
you
Sullivan not in the top 10 this week.
not
Hot
not a
take.
hot take. Not a hot take. I don't.
You don't
I
think
mean, she
so?
probably will be in the top 10, but she's
I
not
don't
gonna
think so.
win.
Nope.
Um. Hey, this might
What?
be the first of its kind. You stole Missy. I stole Henna. You want to trade?
Nope.
All right.
I'm keeping Missy Suge.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's your third pick, and
Don't
then
try
we'll
to
wrap.
swindle one up on me.
Who's your third pick, and then we'll wrap this guy up.
Uh, well, now that you took it, I had another one, and I was gonna pick Evelina, but now I was like, nah, she can't back to back the sucker.
A name
Oh,
that I
this
do
is
see.
tough, man.
A name that I
Hey, I
do see
think
is Haley King. She's back. She
yeah,
DNF'd. She DNF'd 2 weeks ago. Good to see her back.
yeah, small chance I choose her. I'm going with your often pick, Ella Hansen.
I kind of figured you were going to do that. I wanted to pick
Was she
Ella.
podium? Wasn't she podium bait last?
Yeah, her and
Yeah,
her and Hanley tied for third last
yeah,
week, so that's how I got my six,
6.
because I didn't get any in the MPO.
No, I got Ricky, and I think I got I don't know. Don't care. Got 4 points. I got a podium from someone in FPO. I got second place, I think. Right?
No, you got Paige Pierce tied for
Oh,
10th,
10th. Yeah.
and then you got Ricky Wysocki podium
Ouch, mama.
for your four.
All right.
All right. See, this is like a difficult spot to be in. Like you're picking sixth in the FPO. Like it's slim
That's
pickings
how it
now.
is. That's
Like,
how it is. That's how one of us is gonna start racking up.
do I dare do it?
Maybe, maybe
Because
just
if
cause.
this, but listen, if this was one of the tournaments that they're gonna be at the top, it's this one. Distance kind of have an advantage, don't they? I'm not picking, but I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me. Why must you say they throw further than the other women?
You
I don't
bet.
I don't know. We'll leave that up for your own interpretation. Oh, where do I go here?
Yeah.
I mean, just not much, brother. I don't know.
How about Lucky Lorenzen?
I know. I saw
She's
her name
cold.
2 weeks ago, and I saw her name today. I don't know.
Yep.
I kind of want to go Paige Pierce, but she's still not 100% healthy and doesn't have all of her distance, and I think that's going to hurt her at Lake Waco.
Hmm.
So I'm not going
Hmm.
to take her. I don't know who Chantel Badinsky is, but she's on the lead card for whatever reason.
Valerie Suge is solid too.
Yeah, I'm going to take Valerie Mundahano.
Yeah, I was thinking about it heavy.
I like her
So
game. I like her game.
yeah, yeah,
All right, so we got our picks locked in. I like my
yeah.
picks. I like my picks.
Me too. Me
I
too.
think
We'll write
I
those
think
down. Get the graphic up.
we're learning a little bit about the season and who's playing good, who's not playing as well, and I think that's going to help us
Well,
out. But
as it goes on, yeah,
I think
that'll come
there's a
with it.
chance that we score some points this week.
Yeah,
Like
I think
six
so
and
as
four,
well.
6 and 4 last week. That's like I'd say that's an average week, but I think one of us might be double digit points this week. I got a feeling.
Wow. I think our points will come in FPO, but I also think a couple to a few of those people in MPO could have some very solid scores
That's what I'm
and
saying, dude. Like
placings.
you have James Proctor, Ezra Robinson, and Ricky Wysocki. Like that's a solid
Dude,
3 picks. And I
yeah,
got Gossage, Heimberg, and Hamas. Like that,
another very,
those 6 people could be at the top.
I know. Yeah, bro, you
They
see
could
that dude, you
they could
see
all
those
be in
six
the top
people,
10.
you see those six people at the end of round 2 or 3, and you're like, yeah, that makes 100% perfect sense.
Yeah.
And same with
And
the
then
FPO.
yeah, FPO is
Exact same.
self-explanatory. Like,
Anybody could
you
do
know,
anything at any time. That's what FPO stands for.
no, that's
It's the
MPO. All right. But yeah,
That's
I
it.
think that's all we got for you guys tonight. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you want to tell your friends about
Mhm.
this. We're looking for as much
Preferably.
exposure. We're looking for as much exposure as we can get because we want to change the disc golf world. So I know that sounds a little corny, but I mean that's truly how I feel. I know that's how you feel. We just need our opportunity. So if you want to be generous and send it around to people, um, if you like it, let us know. Comment. I mean, we're looking for
Yeah.
any tweaks, improvements, any suggestions for a little segment we could do on a future podcast. We're open to anything. So just let us know what you think. I mean, that's really all I got to say tonight. You got anything you want to say before we close it out?
Just want to say, guys, thanks again for tuning in to Tourney Talk with PSA. We got the Prodigy presents Waco this week in Waco, Texas. It's going to be a really exciting tournament to watch. We got some good pick'ems out there for the PSA pick'em. And man, I can't express enough how excited I am for Sunday to come. We see who takes this down, and we hop on the pod maybe as they're tapping out and getting that final footage. And hey, this guy won. Now let's talk about it. Let's discuss, as we like
Yeah.
to say. So
Potentially a little screen share on the Zoom and we'll show you the ending of it, maybe.
just a little samping.
And a little fever dream. Maybe one day we'll both have the time to sit down on a little Zoom call and maybe we'll live stream it, like screen share it, and maybe me and Way will commentate.
Hop on. We'll hop on the mic.
maybe we'll mute it and we'll commentate. See if we can do better than the guys that do it on DGN because we like to talk crap about them. So maybe we need to put our freaking money where our mouth is.
And hey, that is a perfect thing to bring up because we'll end with this. Gossage and Gannon Burr did a phenomenal job of commentating. You
I
didn't
agree.
watch every single second of the Memorial
I
coverage, but
watched
I did
Gossage.
just because I was looking for myself. I was like, am I in the crowd back there? But dude, yeah, especially Gossage, and everybody says it. Like he's probably like front runner for like if they bring in someone every week or like one or two rounds of the tournament, and he's available for an hour or two to cover the coverage, then dude, I think
He was
I
very
think that'll be really
articulate with his
special. And
words.
he's articulate. He explains the hole very well. He explains the tee shot because I'll tell you why. They're doing it. They're out there doing it. They need to get more of that in the
Yeah.
booth. At least one person that is playing in the tournament should always be in the booth talking about, like, I know that's not really a thing in other sports, like, but hey, some of the best commentators played the sport, and you know what I mean? Like obviously you have Ken Climo and you got Philo and you have the other Ian Anderson. Did he
Yeah.
play?
That I'm not sure of.
And then there's another guy. God, he's slipping my brain. But anyways, it'd be cool to have some current stuff because dude, the game of basketball, the game of football, it changes, but the field doesn't change. You know what I mean? The field doesn't change. The
Yeah.
course change. It could, dude. Some courses change every day. They
Yeah, like
put
you're never
pin
gonna throw the
placements.
same shot twice.
No, they put pin placements in different. Like some tournaments will move the pins each day, or
Hmm.
you'll switch courses. So it's just great, so great to have someone who actually was out there that day playing in those conditions, talking about that disc golf being played. So I think that is phenomenal. I think almost they should have like a dedicated audition where all the MPO and FPO players do a mock-up little commentary gig, and if they got what it takes, they got what it takes. Throw them in the booth, throw them a couple $100 for their time. It's worth it. People are going to start watching more, and we're going to clip this clip because this is important to speak on.
Yeah. I mean, the tough part about that is though they can't do it live,
No, I'm saying, yeah, but like you can
but you
if
can
you're
add them into it. Yeah.
but dude, they don't, you don't understand. They don't obviously commentate until the lead card. There's people
I
who have
know.
been done. There's people who have been
Yeah.
done playing.
Like the
There's
guys
really
that play
good
earlier.
players who have
Yeah.
been done playing for a while. You know what I mean? It could be anybody as long as that person's available. If the person who can commentate is obviously live playing on the lead card, then they're not going to commentate. But if they're not doing so well that weekend, why not hop in the booth, make a couple extra $100 and make up for the money you lost playing, dude? I think it'll be worth it. I think more people will tune in, drive the sales, drive the revenue of them,
Yeah.
signing into DGN and watching the coverage. I think it'll be a good investment for them, and it won't take much.
I agree. I like what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah, have
It's
to.
just nice. It's just nice to see the thought process of a pro that has played the course and they explain to an average disc golfer, like, look, this is what we're doing. Like,
Mhm.
not necessarily, oh, I could go out and do what he's saying. Like, no, they're not doing that. They're just saying, like, look,
Yeah,
this is the line that I'm going to throw because I can. And then they do it.
mhm. Yeah,
It's
or
just
don't
cool
do
to
it, and
see.
that's why they're in the booth, not on lead card.
Yeah. I
But
mean, but that's just how she goes sometimes.
heck yeah, but that's
But
it.
I like your idea.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, kids. We'll
Yep.
we'll see you back on Sunday night or Monday morning, whenever the post tourney talk pod goes up. And thanks for hanging out with PSA. And as always, disc golf different and throw gyro. You
Idiots.
see ya.